off this fan. PWM controls all the fans. Power off of a Molex connector, because I don't know if I'm going to overload the fan header on the motherboard, so we don't want to do that. So we'll pull power straight out of a Molex. Grounds on the Molex. But header just got the tach and the PWM signal that tells the fans how fast. If we get time, I'll probably hook a scope to these. Right. So this is a double fan header for the two Noctua fans in the front of the case, and this is a Noctua exhaust fan for the rear. The other two, I believe, are, I think this is 80mm, and those are 120s, something like that. This fan is a Thermaltake, and it's junk, so I'm using it as a stand. So I'm just making up the last couple of connections here. And then I'm going to shrink wrap and heat the shrink wrap up on everything. So I got the soldering station right here. Turn it like. Someone asked me why I'm doing this. It's because I got the cheap version of this motherboard. It's the stripped down basic model. At least it came with a VRM heatsink. So at least the power delivery to the processor is cooled. Some of the really cheapy cheaps cheap out so much that they don't cool the MOSFETs. They get very hot. They disperse a lot of watts. So they need to stay cool. At least this board has that. But now they stripped out, you only get one case header and one CPU header. So I'd rather have all the case fans controlled by one RPM anyway. I'm going to try to link that to the GPU. On software you can do that, so that when the GPU starts getting hot, we'll turn these fans on. I could also go off the CPU BIOS. I can choose that as a trigger. It would be the CPU, but it seems that when I do that, you know, just sitting there watching YouTube, not doing really much, browsing the web, it seems to all the fans start kicking up when the CPU gets a little warm. That's why I tried to go off the GPU. You know, when you're gaming, you got speakers turned up so loud anyways that you wouldn't be able to hear the fans. These are Noctuas. These are very, very quiet fans, but you still hear it. You need a shrink wrap. Oh, right here. I ran out of the smallest stuff, so I'm hoping this next size up will shrink up enough to the wire. All this side's going to be connected inside the case. I wanted to deep-end this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So, to recap, using this fan, because the wire colors are standard. You have your blue, which is your PWM signal. If this wire is not connected, the fans will run at 100%. It's like and it has a duty cycle to slow the fans down. The green wire is your tach. That's gonna report back to the motherboard the speed of this fan. It's gonna be this one only. These fans, it's not necessary. You'll really confuse it if you hook all those together. Molex connector, or these fans, this fan runs 75 milliamps for super low. This is how you run 3 fans off of one fan header. Go ahead and do the shrink wrap. I'm going to loom it all up so I can get some better cable management. to burn me fingers. 900 degrees hot air. I can cook a steak with this. Might take a while, but seared to perfection. So I'm going to leave the tack and the PWM. Let's see if I can't use a tool of mine to scope these out. Stay tuned. It's right in there. Buried. I can barely get my fingers in there. It's a system fan. We're only going to use the controls.
The deer has to say. I went to the Wharton School of Finance, and many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. Just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that
the school has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit.
Waiting for this game to
16
download.
Nobel laureates have described
So I could play some
his
games.
economic plan as something that would increase
Meanwhile,
inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession. You just have to look.
Our lives have followed a long path. But eventually, all roads reach their end.
Still each breath.
Our world stagnant, fallen into the abyss. But everything is born from darkness, even the universe itself. Now, do you see it? A glimmer within the void. The spark of life still burns, and evolution forges a new way forward. Once your faith overcomes despair, once you move beyond death, once life returns to this world, we'll meet beyond that path.
Liquid nitrogen, negative 195.79 Celsius. Physical movement or brain function, not detected. Subject status, stable. Dagger still stuck in the sheath. Inspection 481 complete. Requesting a higher power outlay for the isolation chamber to prevent any further outages. What's that? Security breach. Security breach!
Well, it's good to see another face. I thought I was on my own. And you're a metahuman, too. I don't know who you are, but I know what you are. You awakened the cradle. And that's something only a metahuman could do. You've lost your memory. Do you remember who you are? It must have been that fluctuation just now. It trapped me in the cradle. It could have robbed you of your memories. You can call me V. It seems that our interests are aligned, metahuman. I came to secure a deviation. A paper butterfly. But I think something must have scared it. Right now, though, we need to move. I can show you the way out of this place, but only if you help me complete my mission first. All right? All you have to do is listen to what I tell you. High levels of Stardust exposure. When they do, they end up just like that thing. But you're a metahuman. You should be fine.
That is, until V saved me.
Mitsuko is a very special meta. She can sense even the tiniest fluctuations in the Stardust. It's thanks to her that I was able to take refuge in this place after Starfall. You're safe here.
Yes. The butterfly is an emissary of sorts. I wanted it to help rescue other metas. The recent fluctuation must have startled it. The important thing right now is to secure it and ensure its safety. See that thing in the center of the room? It's a device for securing deviations. This makes them more useful and safer to be around. butterfly is recovered. I think it likes you.
I beg your pardon, but would you mind helping out?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues? Especially since they can only be collected at night.
Wonder how sharp indeed it.
Let's go! Come on, Highwing.